Alright, hey, what's up guys? We're finally here at the Philadelphia Tattoo Convention, Brighter Star Tattoo.
We made it, we got the design all set, we're so excited. We're gonna go get our client Danielle and get the show on the road.
Let's go, baby.
Let's do it.
Alright, here we are going to meet our client Danielle to kick off this collab. She's an incredible client, great collector. She has an amazing collection of Stephen King tattoos from the big man here.
That's right, yeah, a lot of fun stuff on Danielle. Dream client, sits like a rock, gives us a lot of creative freedom, and as a result, she's able to get some of the best work we've done. So you can see, because this is a collab, we've each got our own elements in this one, and we're kind of sizing it, lining it up. Once we've got the sizes figured out, Andy starts because his is on the bottom, and you can kind of move up a little bit, but you can't really move below that ankle. So good place to start lining it up.
Yeah, definitely the game plan right away to cut the stencil in half.
Yeah, it's really good. Sick, huh? This is kind of cool.
Yeah, I love it.
This is a cool placement here.
I love it. Should I have it go over the steeple a little bit, or I don't know, what do you like?
That's fine. I mean, you're gonna see the little steep, you know, we'll make your stuff just soft as it goes around it, right?
That's kind of what I was thinking. I don't know.
Yeah, because you don't want the eyes too high.
Nicely, Evan is putting on his stencil. Expertly.
You are correct, sir. It fits like real snug right in there, man. No wasted space. A lot of detail in this tattoo, so we want these elements to be as big as possible, but still, you know, fit the space pretty well.
Yeah, I love a composition that has like a big complicated element on top, like more close-up detail, and then something that has like a little bit more of like background or creates a little bit of sense of depth, you know?
Yeah, man, you gotta have those layers to it, the elements of foreground, midground, and background. I think it just adds so much compositionally.
And we're actually able to work pretty good together at the same time. We haven't had to start yet, but once we do, we work pretty good on this calf and the inner calf together. I'm starting nice and low, near the ankle, giving him plenty of space to get his blocking done, and I'm starting to kind of march through the front door and trees of this house and just starting to bring it to life.
Yeah, man, each starting on our kind of opposite sides, and we each start on the bottom, you know, as a way to preserve the stencil, but also as Andy moves up, I'll be moving up, so we're each kind of giving each other some space as necessary as we can. And just being conscientious, being courteous to not get in each other's way is really the name of the game. You really, you have to just be aware of where the other person is in a way that it just isn't even a factor when you're doing a tattoo by yourself.
Yeah, just communicating if you're gonna make a big wipe or you need to clean something really well. Like you said, just being, you know, conscientious the entire time. And we've done, you know, enough of these now that I feel like I can kind of tell where you're at, and you can kind of tell where I'm at, and just communicating. If I'm doing something like line work that needs to be like really precise, you know, let them know. And if I'm doing some like background shading that's a little bit more loose and abstract, you know.
Building it up, we're both moving up our block-ins pretty well now. It's just a lot of tight detail, whether it's the wrinkles in my face or the bricks in Andy's building. It's just a lot of stuff to be blocked in.
How did the placement of that work out with the face there?
Oh, it worked out great. Yeah, the placement worked out great for me because I just had to put mine on first. That was easy.
Yeah, you're the easy part. Oh, it worked out great though. You got it figured out. Everything fit in really nicely. What are you using there, a 3-liner? That's very tight, huh?
Yeah, using a 3-liner. I was gonna use a tight 3 in some areas also, but I felt like the 3-liner was keeping stuff, you know, strong too, that, you know, it wasn't be too tight and flimsy. I wanted to make sure it could hold up really well.
I feel like when you're doing stuff that's like built up like that, sculpting, like a 3-liner holds a bead a little bit more than a tight 3 would.
Yeah.
There's just not as much space for that reservoir of ink in a tight.
Yeah, and you get more of like the stippling kind of look, you know, it's just the needle's so small. I feel like the 3 round kind of just fills up almost like a little shader, but just tighter. With the detail like that, I just felt like it was it's a good thing. And using 7 mag?
I'm using a 7 mag. Yeah, I kind of calligraphy in like a lot of the shadow under the eyes. So I'm able to like fill in, you can see I'm filling in the larger areas, and I sort of taper out onto the edge of the needle as I build those sort of wispy wrinkles as they get away from the shadow there. And you can see we've switched sides now too. We've both kind of gotten as far as we could get on the sides we were at, and then we switch and just kind of keep building up that way. Building from the edge towards the center now, on the opposite side.
And we'll usually do that like maybe two or three times or so. You know, you go back, get your initial blocking done as much as you can, like you said, where the stencil's preserved, and then switch, and then kind of bring things a lot more to completion because you don't have to worry about the other side as much. And then, you know, going back again and just making sure everything looks good overall now that you switched a couple times.
And you can see now that we're starting to get into some of the mid-tone colors, you can really see that color palette. I think we put a lot of thought into the color palette and having it be sort of harmonious between the top and bottom, because the elements are so different, because there's a really close-up element and a really pulled back element. It's two different artists. We really want them to be unified by the colors we used.
Yeah, and I think it helps, especially because the face being, you know, close up and it has a lot of detail. It's the top part of the design. So, you know, try to keep what I was doing, you know, like we talked about, more kind of monochromatic, besides, you know, the glowing light coming out of the door and the windows and matches your glowing eyes. That was like one of my favorite parts of the tattoo, was those two connected elements.
Hell yeah, dude. Getting a little bit of white in there, just starting a little bit. I mean, there's a lot of light milky tones you're starting to do. Yours looks like it's tinted. It's like almost white, huh?
I know you like a little dessert before supper, dude.
Yeah, well, especially something like this with this level of texture and detail. You know, you want to start like layering it in to kind of see how it's going to work out.
Yeah.
To give it time to calm down before the contest and everything.
Yeah, if you're rushing to do all your layer tones, like at the very end, if you are putting in for like a tattoo contest, you don't have the time to chill out. So that's always like, you know, I think a good strategy.
We saved this spot right down here because I know that it's fast. It's not like, there's nothing super finessey to do down here. And I'm not gonna be wiping into anything super important, but it's also a dark color, so it's gonna be easy. I can finish with this color and then send it right up on stage. Color is beautiful. I don't have to, you know, this way I can finish all the whites, let the white kind of sit, let the white settle while I'm finishing this color.
I'm assuming you're booked for the weekend. Yeah, of course. I expect nothing else. Are you based locally?
Rhode Island.
Where?
Rhode Island.
Rhode Island?
Guess we can cut that last part.
No, I mean, I think just to put a button on it, because it is so important for those who might not understand, the white just shows the irritation a lot more because it is such a lighter color. It's lighter than the blood. You know, with a darker tone, you're just not gonna see that irritation as much. Whereas with white, you just see every little fleck of blood and irritation. And sometimes, you know, depending on how you're working and the person's skin, it can take 20 minutes, half an hour. It can take an hour for it to kind of just settle and really look optimal. And that's what we want. We want the tattoo looking pristine when it goes up on stage. Whereas those dark tones, you're just not gonna see that irritation through them as much. Yeah, it looks like you're kind of finessing in some little darker, just tighter elements now too.
I am. I know it seems kind of like counterintuitive, but I'm kind of going back with a little bit of just fresh black that has not been mixed, not diluted, and it just really adds a little bit of pop, just almost like the white highlight does.
Showing it off to some buddies. We're super proud of what we just did. About to send her up. There she is, getting judged by the contest judges. This is always a little bit of a nerve-wracking moment.
Man, so proud of that tattoo though. It's so much fun. That was one of my favorite collabs I've done.
Entry number 28, Danielle. Olin, Collab tattoo. The artist will go right.
Hell yeah, buddy. And you can see our efforts were well worth it. First place, tattoo of the day.
Yeah, huge shout out to our client Danielle coming in and scooping up this collab. She filled our spot for us last minute. She was really just a hero for us, man. And to make this cool tattoo together.
Yeah, we did it. What do you think?
We did it. We just won tattoo of the day here at the Philadelphia show, working on our client Danielle. Staff this amazing tattoo.
Incredible.
Came through for us.
Couldn't be happier. It was an amazing day. We're on a high right now. Woo. Tattoo of the day at the biggest tattoo show in the world on Friday. Woo. And got to do it with my buddy.
Dude, we're together.
It was awesome.
It was awesome.
Danielle, thank you so much for trusting us, letting us do our thing. It was incredible. It was awesome. Such a fun day.
Great experience.
And there she is. Wow. But damn!
Look at her. Feast. Yes. Yeah, look at the texture, man, on like the tip of the hood and stuff like that.
Dude,
That's
so
cool.
much fun. I love just chewing on all that wrinkly, fun stuff. Look at those bricks, little details. I mean, this tattoo is just a meal. There's so much stuff to look at, little areas to get into.
Yeah, I love the tattoos too.
Dude,
cool.
I had a blast. I definitely like put some thought into making the tattoos look like old and weathered, you know, like thinking about like old tribal, like Maori women you see with like these like etched in tribal designs. So fun.
Yeah, cool, like shaman lady, which Baba Yaga kind of
Baba
thing.
Yaga.
And it looks cool next to the Stephen King tattoo you do. I know it's like kind of secondary to the tattoo just looking good on its own, but you know, I like when you look at a whole person's body work and you're just being mindful of the work next to it and, you know, things at neighbors and
most definitely
that blue contrast next to that orange.
And I think we were thinking about that too, that her other sleeve is a lot of warm tones with some pops of cool, and kind of doing the opposite here, you know, having that unified sort of cool look with those pops of that warm orange really just sets it off, man. I love it. It's got such a mood. It's a vibe tattoo. A spooky vibe. Ooh. Dude,
well,
such good times.
That's it. Thank you guys so much for watching our collab. Make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.
See you next time. Woo!